We want to keep it in Florida because at this hour we are watching the Gulf Coast as Tropical Storm Idalia gets stronger. This storm is expected to strengthen and hit the west coast as a major hurricane.
Madison Scarpino joins us live from Madeira Beach, Florida, one of the many cities on high alert. And Madison, what is the scene there right now?
Hey, Scott and Natalie. So it's been pretty calm here throughout the day. The sun's just starting to go down a little bit. Clouds are filling the sky, but overall it's been sunny. People have been out and about. The calm before the storm, if you will. But when you talk to people who live and work here, and you got to add on top of that the tourists who are visiting, they all tell us that all they can do right now is prepare in the best way as possible.
We're trying to escape, New York and try to come and relax, and now we're having to face this.
Vacationers on Florida's Gulf Coast scrambled for alternative plans as Idalia threatened to become a Category 3 hurricane. President Biden approving an emergency declaration ahead of the storm's expected landfall on Wednesday.
At the president's direction, FEMA has deployed 2 incident management teams to Tallahassee and has one in Atlanta ready to pivot as needed.
Dozens of counties in the Sunshine State are under a state of emergency as people race to gather supplies and secure their homes.
I'm trying to get as stocked up as possible, at least to just keep stuff in the pantry.
As it gains strength in the Gulf of Mexico, forecasters expect Idalia to threaten Florida with dangerous storm surge and hurricane-force winds. Officials warned those in its path could lose electricity for an extended period. On Monday, the state positioned utility workers to respond to potential outages.
We believe that time is of the essence when it comes to power restoration, and we have the folks available.
The storm, hitting nearly a year after Hurricane Ian, devastated Florida's southwest coast. Some business owners, though, say they are better prepared this time around.
One thing that we learned is not getting ready to wait for people to tell us what we should be doing. We already know what we should be doing, so we're jumping the gun.
And I mentioned it's been calm here so far all day, but just in the last few hours, there have been mandatory evacuation orders for several counties in the area, including this one. And forecasters expect Idalia to move not only to just Florida, but Georgia and the Carolinas later this week. In Madeira Beach, Florida, Madison Scarpino, Fox 32 Chicago.
All right, Madison, thank you. So here's a look at where Idalia is right now. Right now, it is just south of the western side of Cuba, continuing to make its way to the north. I did just check the latest update. This is still tropical storm strength, but it is expected to strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane sometime this evening over the next few hours as this is beginning to enter into warmer waters. Typically, whenever we're talking about hurricanes, the warmer the waters, the faster these things are able to strengthen. And that's exactly what's set to happen here over the next day or so. So as this advances toward Florida, this is likely going to be strengthening into a Category 3, approaching the Big Bend of Florida here, and then moving into, as you just heard from Madison, into portions of Georgia, possibly still as a Category 1, and then weakening into a tropical storm as it goes into South Carolina. So this is really going to be something to watch here over the next 24 to 36 hours as it continues to strengthen.